Should be live. Let's see. There it goes.
Fly with cotton.
Now we're moving. Okay, so the storm line on the north side of the building, that private public line, has made it to the corner of the building. We're about to start doing a 90 on it. We've got the manhole already in place. Roof is going along pretty good. I walked with the roof inspector this morning. He's pretty happy with everything. Obviously, we've got some weather coming in, so we're doing our damnedest to tie off the roof as we go. But if the weather holds, which it rained yesterday and last night, which is why everything's so wet, we'll have this warehouse done 95-96% by Friday. So we'll have to do all the rest of the detailing, the T-bars and all the little intricate waterproofing stuff, but the main mass of it will be done. Screen wall came complete. We're getting to it now. It's too much of a delay today with the weather. We're backfilling the outside, and we've already started on the veneers. There we go.
Fly with caution.
And then right in front of that is our oil water interceptor right there. So that's the new location. It's already been stacked out. We just need to get that over to the city with the new location. Curb and gutter is going really well. We're prepping that area where those cars are right now. Getting the back side of that done, getting the sidewalk area performed. We've pretty well got the entrance to a point where we're going to wreck out on the main road. Do a new tie-in. Okay, so the area in question of light poles is this. The main entry. So originally, he has it staked the red flag top right of your screen, and then the one that's just left and south of the column. That's your two intersecting points, is that little red stake in the ground. That's where that light pole is supposed to go on the drawings. The electrical drawings didn't coordinate with architectural or civil, and so we're questioning that and asking if we should put them back in the planter boxes, make them more match. So the other thing is we don't have electrical on the poles themselves. So you remember, Nolan, how we did the light fixtures in those poles at Surprise? We don't have those in this drawing right now. Just an FYI. So if we're going to add those, we need to do it sooner rather than later. We have the capability of grabbing power off of those lines and adding it. Like right now, it's not a big deal. For fixtures and everything, but staked out here. They're 3-foot offsets. I can't fly today because of the weather. So the electricians, we've already moved the poles over. That's the new location. They're getting it brought up and trenched right now, so you can see the two new ones, and then they're trenching up to the building for their connection point into the electrical room. This is a major topic of discussion. So if you go on to G8 on the civil set, we have the vestibule coming out that's all glass from the customer pickup area there to your left, right? We're pouring that concrete back in the morning. As we pour that back and set this guy up, it's calling for a curb, which is roughly where our big welder is that's doing the studs. And then we have another curb and a sidewalk that's 40 foot long and a ramp coming out of the man door up next to the screen wall. All that fun shit's fine in theory. Here's the bust. We have floor level that I need to keep level with the glass on the outside. What happened?
Yeah,
We're going to go to G8.
Yeah.
So I've got to keep that grade. And I've got to keep that grade with the man doors. No one doesn't like a transition, not even an inch, because it's a tripping hazard. So all of that is going to be on 55/28, which is, let's just call that 0 with the floor, right? So if we're coming off at 0, we're coming off of all these doors and that man door at 0, I don't have room to put a 6-inch curb. It's going to be a trip hazard. So I'm going to delete it. We can still do the 2% fall. Are you on G yet, Parker?
Yes.
Okay. This is all in concrete too. Zoom in and scroll up. Yeah. Now move it to the right, other side.
Okay.
So see 54, 54. That point is fine, right? But that line where that curb is, that curb's going to go away. That transitions down to a ramp that walks across the street and sidewalks back up. I want to delete that whole section of curb and just have that flat concrete. And then we can ramp up so it'll be sloped down towards the apron, if that makes sense. Same thing on the other side. I want to draw that back, make it match so we have a smooth concrete line, because at the end of these doors is asphalt. Right, so this big approach apron where the big boxes are, all concrete, asphalt's from there back, south. But you're calling for a curb on both sides, and we don't have the elevation to add the 6 inches.
We're showing a ramp there on the east side of that curb.
Yes. I agree you're showing the ramp, but where's the endpoint? It has to be flush with the top of, scroll up just a little bit more, Parker, so that elevation's there. 60
I don't know
to
if you do the
55,
architectural drawing.
55/28. So we're dropping from 55/28, which is finished floor of the building, to 54/54. That's the slope we need to get the water and ice and shit away from the building. I'm just saying delete the curb. We can still maintain that 2% slope to the south.
Go to 04 if you can, Parker.
Okay.
There's the same idea right there, yeah.
Yeah, but you have it drawn in with a curb there on that ramp. I'm not saying we're not going to do the ramp. The 2% slope is fine all the way down, but the curb's just not going to be there. And then the hash marks is just going to be a smooth transition. It's concrete sidewalk and it's a concrete where it says 88 route, right? So
no ramp and just flatten it?
yeah, why not?
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then same thing on the other side for the screen wall. We can still have the hashed area. We can do all that fun stuff. We're just not going to have that curb there. If I add the curb, it's literally going to be a 6-inch bump in a flat walk.
Yeah, I get it, okay. Yeah, we can get rid of it.
Okay, so same thing on this side. You have the man door up there.
Down here.
No, to the right, where it says 6328. So there's the man door, and then that hash dotted line is the screen wall, right? So, and then it's a 4-foot drop down, because that's the truck court. So up on top, which, back to the drone, I just want to make all that flat and kill that curb right there. So you're talking about this area right here.
Right here.
Yeah. So if I make this whole thing flat, 2% slope it to the south, bottom of the screen, we have the fall away from the building, everything works, ADA works, sidewalk works, we're just going to delete that curb so I don't have a trip hazard. If we want to keep
You
the
can put a
curb,
rail in?
we could add a rail. That's probably going to cost somebody something. But
Well, if we
that's
have
what we
more
would
than
have to
30
do
drop,
is,
if we have more than 30, well, I guess we wouldn't.
I don't think we would over that distance. You're talking about, what, 40 feet?
Yeah, I forgot these are drive-in doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could just slope it all level, no curb.
You know what I mean?
I think we were just trying to show a turn down more than anything, just to give you.
I agree,
Something
but I
separates
think the
the
only way I could do that, the way it's drawn,
Is low.
is.
Aircraft will return to the home point in 10 seconds.
Oh, Jesus. I think we just basically continue it like the sidewalk. It's going to go flat, line up, go across the asphalt, and pick back up, and it'll be flat. I don't think we need a handrail for any reason.
Yeah, if we can make it uniform slope, but we just need some kind of turn down for the sidewalk into the asphalt.
That's not asphalt. So left to right coming across the screen's all concrete apron,
Oh, that's right. Okay. I'm
right? And then the asphalt should meet it out.
Low battery. Return to home promptly.
I'm getting y'all.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, somewhere right in here.
Somebody second.
Will that work for everybody? I'll field change it if we get the drawing.
I'm gonna take a look at the grade in there just to double check that the 88 route still works. The
That's not an
we'll
88
look at it
route.
over.